All right. Okay. So before starting parabola, I have to talk about the conic sections actually. In a sense, it is quite interesting, and only by pure geometry also there are some explanations. Why this word conic section came for this parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, I'll tell that. We may not use in our JEE advanced preparation this concept so much, but good to have an idea where from this word came. Okay. You take a cone, and I kept one more cone. No, it's not important that cone part. Let us take one single cone where with a semi-vertical angle alpha. Now, there is a line which is making an angle beta with the vertical line. If you, that is actually a plane actually. This is a cone and this is a plane that I'm cutting. If this beta is more than alpha, after cutting it, if you remove one piece and see the fresh surface, what you see is an ellipse. Anywhere I can write, okay, fine. If beta is exactly alpha, that is parallel to that, if I cut it here, this is alpha, this is beta, both are parallel. Either you remove this or this and see the fresh surface, what you get is parabola. So beta equal to alpha will give us a parabola. Then beta is less than alpha. That is, this is alpha. But what you are cutting is not this, parallel to this, little more than that. Okay. So, anywhere I can. You can cut a little before, above, not that it has to pass through this. Okay, like this, where beta is less than alpha. Then, of course, if you draw properly, when you remove this piece and remove this piece, you get one fresh surface here, one fresh surface here. Together, it is hyperbola. Okay, so we have ellipse. When you rotate parallel to this hyperbola, rotate further, including one more cone, you'll get two pieces together is hyperbola. So by cutting the cone, we are getting these parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. That's why they're called conic sections. But this definition at least doesn't play any role in our advanced preparation. Okay. There is another definition that plays major role. Is how from this definition, the definition came. I'm sure there is some pure geometrical explanation, but only by, if you want to look at another definition straight away, take a fixed point and take a line, okay, which is not passing through that point. Now within this plane, where the line is there, that point is there. I'm talking about that plane. In that, if there is a point P, such a way that, let's say this fixed point I'll call S. And from this variable point, find perpendicular distance to that line. So let us call that as M. Of course, as P changes, M will change. Okay, so SP distance is distance to fixed point. PM is perpendicular distance from P to the line. If SP by PM is equal to E, where E is a constant, positive number, then locus of P is a curve, and that curve is called conic section. That is the definition of conic section. For that conic section, this S is called focus. This fixed line is called directrix, and E is called eccentricity. So these are the three things: focus, directrix, and eccentricity. Now within this, when E equal to 1, that locus is called parabola. And when E is greater than 1, any number but constant but greater than 1, it is called hyperbola. Okay. And if E is less than 1 but positive, it is ellipse. Okay, we are going to use this definition rather than cutting the cone and that part of the definition. So in general, if somebody says x1 comma y1 is the focus, and the line Lx plus My plus n equal to 0 is the directrix, and the eccentricity is E, then use SP equal to E into PM and square it. This will come x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square, but eccentric square. Distance to this line is Lx plus my plus n by root L square plus m square. If you bring this here and expand, you can see you'll get some x square term, y square term, xy term, x term, y term, and a constant in total. This is called second degree non-homogeneous equation in terms of x and y. If these three are not there, it is homogeneous. Quite interestingly, these 2 years we study only about this equation in coordinate. First year we studied pair of straight lines. Second year we studied circle, then parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. All are in this form. So general second degree equation is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. This can represent pair of straight lines. It can represent circle, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. It can represent nothing. It can represent a single point that can be called point circle also, or maybe particular point ellipse also can be called, I don't know. But it can represent nothing also. How to create nothing equation is to take something whole square plus something whole square, a linear expression whole square, linear expression whole square equal to negative number. When I expand, it looks like a big equation, but square of something plus square of something can't be a negative number. So sometimes it may represent nothing. Okay, even in the nature, I think it's just about this equation. If you take paths of planets and all, they're all some elliptical shape and which are governed by this equation. Okay, I'm sure if you take any particle and release it on that, it will be projectile with a parabola. Okay, so many motions that we deal, okay, they just come under this one equation. If you take cubic, fourth degree, fifth degree, and I'm sure they represent some other complicated curves. But just the second equation covers quite a bit of nature. Anyway, so when this equation will represent pair of straight lines, when it represents circle and all, we have properties. For it to represent pair of straight lines, delta, which is ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus AH square would be 0. Okay, that's called delta. And H square should be greater than or equal to AB. Right there, when delta is 0 and H square less than AB, this will represent nothing. No point will satisfy. Okay, sometimes one single point may satisfy, but otherwise it is no point will satisfy. That is when delta is 0. When it represents circle, we know quotient x square equal to quotient of y square, and xy term should not be there, and g square plus f square minus ac should be greater than or equal to 0. Then it will represent a circle. When it represents ellipse or hyperbola and all this, delta should not be 0. And delta is 0, pair of lines. And delta not equal to 0, there will be 3 cases. H square less than AB, it will be ellipse. H square equal to AB parabola. H square greater than AB, it will be hyperbola. How these things came, we'll have some discussion at the end, but it is not important. You can just know. Okay, we discussed about this. We discussed about conic sections from the cone, how we get. Also, how this equation when represent ellipse parabola hyperbola. And this is a general equation of any conic section, provided you know focus, you know directrix, and you know eccentricity. Okay, so coming to the parabola, we already know SP should be equal to PM. That is, we should have a fixed line, we should have a fixed point. There is a variable point such a way that distance to focus equal to distance to directrix. This is S, this is P, this is N. Okay. If you want to understand roughly the shape of the parabola, an obvious point satisfying SP equal to PM is midpoint of S and you take its foot as M, midpoint of that. Another 2 points which are very easy to notice is you construct a square. This point is also where this length and this length are equal. You can construct one more square where this length and this length are equal. There will be a lot of other points also here, where this length and this length can be equal. Okay. Here can be. So I'll get some points. By symmetry, I can say if I draw this line through focus perpendicular to directrix, any point which will above satisfies, its image also should satisfy, because when I take point here, distance to focus doesn't change, distance to directrix doesn't change. If they are equal here, they're equal here. So with little common sense, we can prove if I take any point here, its mirror image with respect to this new line also will satisfy. Okay, the parabola is symmetrical about a line here. What is that line? Passing through focus and perpendicular to directrix. That line is called axis of the parabola. This is focus and this is our directrix. So these are general terminology and identifying some points. But this need not be like this, it can be rotated. If focus is here and the directrix is here, parabola will be like this. If directrix is here, focus is here, parabola will be like this. Depending on the directrix orientation, parabola orientation will change. So whenever they give focus and directrix is very easy. If the focus is x1, y1 and directrix is lx plus my plus m equal to 0, back on the original definition, sp square equal to pm square. X minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square equal to lx plus my plus n by root l square plus m square whole square. Okay, this is a fundamental equation of a parabola when we know focus and directrix. But when you want simplest form of parabola, okay, before that, based on this formula, let me ask one question. Let's say I have 13x minus 39 whole square plus 13x minus 65 whole square is equal to 5x plus 12y minus 7 whole square equal to 0. For this parabola, what is the focus and what is the directrix? Can anybody answer?
Sir, focus is 3,5.
3,5.
And the directrix?
5x plus 12
5x plus 12 minus.
Yeah. Simply take 13 common, send it there. We'll get x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square equal to 5x plus 12y minus 7 by 13. You can put a mod, and this 13 you can write root 5 square plus 12 square if you want. Everything looks like sp square equal to pm square. So this 3,5 is the focus. This line is the directrix. Okay, now what is the simplest form of a parabola? Okay, simplest form of parabola is, normally you can have focus here, directrix here, parabola like this. Focus here, directrix here, parabola like this. The equation will be a little complicated to study. I want to study about properties of parabola, first of all, by taking the simple form. So in simple form, what happens? The parabola, we know it has focus, it has directrix, it has axis. And this point, which is basically like midpoint of the parabola or where axis meets, is called vertex. I want to assume vertex is origin. For the simple form of parabola, vertex should be origin. And x-axis only should be axis. This axis can be like this, axis can be like this, but I want x-axis to be axis. Okay, so if origin is a vertex and the x-axis is the axis, that is called simplest form of a parabola. Now, how to find its equation? If I assume from here to here distance is a, this is also a, obviously this is on the right side, so it is a comma 0, this is on minus a comma 0, this is a vertical line, its equation is x equal to minus a or x plus a equal to 0. So I know focus, I know directrix, and I want to find parabola. So take any point on this, find distance to focus and distance to directrix and equate them. If I take SP equal to PM, I'll get x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square. Distance to directrix is mod x plus a by root over 1 square plus 0 square whole square. If you send this on that side, we'll get y square equal to x plus a whole square minus x minus a whole square. This is a distance from P to S. This is a distance from P to this directrix. So which is y square equal to 4ax. So y square equal to 4ax is the fundamental or simplest form of parabola. What you know about this parabola? You know focus is a comma 0. You know vertex is 0 comma 0. You know directrix is x plus a equal to 0. Some more things about parabola. Any chord pass, okay, any 2 points you join, that's called chord. This is a chord. This is also a chord. Just by joining 2 points on a parabola, what you get is called chord. But if it passes through focus, it is called focal chord. There will be a lot of focal chords like this, like this, like this. That is about focal chords. Any chord which is perpendicular to axis, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, all perpendicular axis. They're all called double ordinates. In fact, this upper part is called ordinate. This is also called ordinate. Two together is called double ordinate. In fact, if you take any point, x coordinate is called abscissa, y coordinate is called ordinate. After all, this height is y. In that way, also it is ordinate. Okay. So all these are called double ordinates. All these are called focal chords. But there is one chord which is focal chord also, double ordinate also, and that chord is called lattice rectum. Its equation is x equal to a because passing through a comma 0 here. How to find these ends of the lattice rectum? Because x coordinate is a, substitute in the parabola. When you put x equal to a, you get 4a into a, 4a square. Y square is 4a square, means y equal to plus 2a or minus 2a. So this point is a comma 2a. This point is a comma minus 2. Right? So a comma 2a and a comma minus 2a are the ends of lattice rectum. When you find distance between them, you'll get 4a. So basically, when a parabola, this number tells you about how open or how closed it is. Because if lattice rectum is more, it's more open. If lattice rectum is less, less open. So this 4a tells you that length of lattice rectum. Okay. And ends of lattice rectum are also known, and directrix is also known. Okay. So for generally, we write the formulas for parabola like this. We will write parabola y square equal to 4x and write what is vertex 0 comma 0, what is focus a comma 0, and 3, what are ends of lattice rectum, which are a comma 2a and a comma minus 2a, that is these 2 points. Then we talk about equation of axis, which is x-axis, y equal to 0. Equation of tangent at vertex, that is y-axis, which is x equal to 0. Equation of directrix, okay, which is x plus a equal to 0. These are some standard points about a parabola. Of course, one more point may not be required here. That is length of lattice rectum is 4a. Length of lattice rectum is equal to 4a. So these are some standard things that we write. Now, it's not that all parabola will be always in simplest form. I hope all of you are able to follow, or am I telling too fast?
Follows.
We are able to follow.
Okay. Okay, so this is for y square equal to 4ax. What if parabola is somewhere here where this is the axis, this is a tangent vertex, focus is here, and the directrix is here. Basically, origin is shifted to some other point. Earlier, this is origin. So if that point is h comma k, it will be in the form of y minus k whole square equal to 4a into h minus h. For this parabola, what are the different things? Vertex will be h comma k because of transformation. Focus also, because 0 comma 0 became h comma k. Basically, you have to, for every x coordinate, you have to add h, for every y coordinate, you have to add k. So this a comma 0 will become a plus h comma 0 plus k. This h comma k, a units forward is this, that is this. Ends of lattice rectum from there, 2a above, 2a below. So it will be, you have to add h here, add k here. a plus h, 2a plus k. This a comma minus 2a becomes a plus h minus 2a plus k. Okay, so these are the ends of lattice rectangle. Equation, wherever y is there, simply write y minus k. So y minus k equal to 0 is the axis. X equal to 0 is tangent at vertex. Now x minus h equal to 0 is tangent at vertex. Directrix is normally x plus a equal to 0, but now that x you have to replace with x minus h. So x minus h plus a equal to 0. Length doesn't change for the length of lattice rectangle. So basically, any point means you have to add h and add k. Any equation means replace x with x minus h and replace y with y minus k. If you take this parabola and rotate by 90 degrees, this parabola, original parabola rotate by 90, where focus is here, directrix is here. You know, rotation of axis you studied in first year. And I rotate by 90, this equation, you change it to x square equal to 4a. Okay. For this one, all these formulas you have to reverse because x became y and y became x. And all these equations, wherever x is there, write y, wherever y is there, write x. So for this is 0, comma 0, focus 0, comma a here. This is 0, comma minus a, so the horizontal line y plus a equal to 0. So vertex will be 0, comma 0. Focus instead of a, comma 0, reverse 0, comma a. Ends of lattice rectum which are here, same y coordinate but x coordinate reverse here. So ends of lattice rectum are 2a, comma a and minus 2a, comma a.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, for x square equal to 4ay parabola, that any chord perpendicular to axis is called double abscissa, sir.
Yeah, it's a nice question. So double ordinate should be called double abscissa. I never heard it, but it should be called like that. Okay. I don't think we should call it as double ordinate. It's not a nice word. Okay. I'll see
Yes.
it. I never thought about it. Okay, exact word. Okay. So y equal to 0 earlier is x-axis. Now x is y-axis. So your axis is y-axis. Which yes, please.
So what he asked,
I said here for this parabola, these are called double ordinates, right? For this, are these called double abscissas? Are they called double ordinates? He's asking that.
okay.
Okay. I said it should be called double abscissas only, not ordinates, but still I had to check once. Okay. Generally, it is not used anywhere. Okay. So here axis is y-axis, whose equation x equal to 0. Tangent at vertex is x-axis, which is y equal to 0. And directrix is parallel to x-axis, a units below, which is y plus a equal to 0. You can see if you take all these things, if it is points, we reversed it. If it is equations, wherever y is there, we wrote x, wherever x is there, we wrote y. Same thing, translation, and the parabola is somewhere here, where this is h comma k. Then the equation will be x minus h whole square equal to 4a into y minus k. Then this will become h comma k. This will add h here, add k here. Here also add h, add k, add h, add k. This is x minus h equal to 0, y minus k equal to 0. This is y minus k plus a equal to 0. Anyway, in our mains material, the first page, all these 4 columns will be there. All the formulas will be there. But I'm just reminding you of all those things. Okay. Let me give some question. Okay, y square minus 4y minus 8x minus 4 equal to 0. Okay, find the vertex focus equation of directrix. Simple question, just to remind of the formulas only, that's all. What is the answer, vertex?
2,
Okay. When I make perfect square, I will get y minus 2 whole square. Y is plus 4 I have to take. For that, I have to subtract 4. Before that side is 8x plus 8. 8 common, it is x plus 1, which is 8 into x minus minus 1. So what is the vertex coming?
2, minus
2 comma minus 1 or minus 1 comma?
Minus 1 comma.
Minus 1.
Okay, vertex is minus 1 comma 2. And the focus?
2.
2, 0.
Normally 2 comma 0, but this is already translated version. Normally a comma 0 when y is equal to 4x. Okay, so we have to add this h and
1,
2 plus minus 1, 0 plus 2. Okay. Normally a comma 0, this is h, this is k, and this is a. Okay. So which is 1 comma 2. And equation of directrix?
Sir, y equal to
X
0.
equals to minus 3. Yes.
Normally directrix is x plus a equal to 0, which is x plus 2, but now x should be replaced with x plus 1. So x plus 1 plus 2 equal to 0. So it will be x plus 3 equal to 0. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
So just I wanted to remind of the formulas, that's all. But anyway, later on when I send this MCET questions, I'm sure there will be some easy questions. I have not seen the file yet. No, parabola advanced material, what last time we done or not, I don't know. I'll have a look at it. Otherwise, I'll send some other material. One of them will do it. Okay, so we have seen different. So with this discussion, if any parabola is given, any features of that like vertex, focus, length of lattice, rectum, they all can be found. Or sometimes they'll ask, they'll give vertex, focus, and ask equation of parabola and something like that. Okay, let me give some question. Vertex is 7, 3 and focus is 15, 3. Okay, can somebody find the equation of parabola? You can draw a figure and then you can find. Vertex 7, 3 and focus 15, 3. What is the equation of parabola?
Sir, y minus 7 whole square equals to 24 into x minus 3.
Is it y minus 7 whole square?
Y minus 3 whole square.
Okay. Yeah, we have a parabola like this. This point is 7, 3. There's a point here 15, 3, and this is 8 units. That is your A value. So, and vertex is this horizontal one. So, y minus 3 whole square equal to 4 into 8 into x minus 7. Normally, y is equal to 4x, where a is 8. So, that's why this is 8. And vertex is 7, 3. So, here x minus 7 and here y minus 2. All right. Okay, there is a parabola whose ends of lattice rectum. Ends of lattice rectum are 2, 5 and 2, 70. 2, 5 and 2, 70. I want the equation of parabola. Ends of lattice rectum are given. Find the equation of parabola. Ends of lattice rectum are given.
Sir,
Try to draw a rough figure.
Sir, y minus 6. Y minus
Yes, Uday, you are
square is y minus 6 whole square equal to 12 into x minus x plus 2.
okay. I think one more answer is also possible. Let's see.
Y minus 6 whole square equal to 12 into x minus 5 whole square.
Oh.
So x minus 5.
Sir, y minus 6 whole square is equals to 12 into x minus 3. Sir.
12 into x minus 3. Okay. All right, I'll just check 1 minute. Okay. Okay, these both are in the same vertical line where this is 2, 5, this is 2, 70. If they are ends of lattice rectum, the midpoint will be the focus, which is 2, 11. Right? This is 6 units, this is 6 units. But that is 4A, so I have to go 3 units backward. So when I go 3 units backward, it will be minus 1, 11. If I go 3 units forward, there can be a parabola like this, which is 5, 11. If I take this parabola, which is opening towards the right, then it will be y minus 11 whole square equal to 12 into x plus 1. And this parabola is opening towards left. So y minus 11 whole square equal to minus 12 into x minus 5. Is my answers correct? Are you able to relate to what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
No. So, anybody told these answers or they have done some mistake? Okay. So first of all, you have to see they are horizontal parabolas only. And when you open towards right, this will be positive number. When you open towards left, it is negative number. So that's the length of letter rectum. I don't want to say 4a, I want to say mod 4a. And any parabola, when a is positive, y square equal to 4ax will be opening towards right. And when a is negative, it will be opening towards left. Similarly, x equal to 4ay upward when a is positive, downward when a is negative. Okay, everybody could understand this. How did I get this, right?
Sir,
Yes, any doubt?
sir, if A is negative, why does it open towards left?
Let us simple thing. Let's have y square equal to 8x and y square equal to minus 8x. I want to understand about the graph. Okay, this also I wanted to say. Anyway, good that you asked. Forget about parabola and all. Just from the equation, I can tell what is the figure of this. How? First of all, origin will satisfy. Second, because y square is always positive or 0, even right side also should be positive or 0, so x should be positive. So you can only have graph here and here. You cannot have any graph here because when x is negative, y square can't be negative. Next, as you increase x, y will keep on increasing. So it is some increasing function. And when you replace y with minus y, no change. It is symmetrical about x-axis. So down also it will come like this. It is symmetrical about x-axis because you replace y with minus y, no change. Passes to origin, no graph on the left side because if x is negative, not defined, everything is on the right. And as you increase x, y is increasing all the way. Whereas coming to this, because this is positive, minus 8x should be positive, so x should be negative. Then only it will be positive. So if x is negative, graph will be only in second and third quadrants. At 0, it is 0. When you take x minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, this will keep on increasing. You will get, and this is also symmetrical about x-axis. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Same reason, if x square equal to some 8y, it will be like this. And if x square equal to some minus 10y, y coordinate should be negative, means third and fourth quadrant. Okay. That's the length of lattice rectum. Here also it is positive, but here 4a is 8, here 4a is minus 8. So I want to say length of lattice rectum is mod 4a. That's it. Okay. So this one I try to do it from the figure, but somebody can do by formulas also, without doing it from the figure as such. But they have to at least notice both lattice rectum ends have same x coordinate. Okay. If they have same y coordinate, it will be vertical. If they don't have same x or y, we have to do something else. All right. So if you want to do this by formulas, for y minus k whole square equal to 4a into x minus h, the ends of lattice rectum are a plus h, 2a plus k. Normally a comma 2a after adding h and k. And a plus h minus 2a plus k. You can equate this to 2 comma 5 and this to 2 comma 17. So this is equal to 2 one equation, this is equal to 5 one equation, this is equal to 17 one equation. 3 equations and 3 unknowns. You'll get a value, h value, k value. Then put it in y minus k whole equal to 4 into x minus h. Later on equate this to 2 comma 17 and that to 2 comma 5. You will get some other a value, h value, k value. Again put it in this. So this is an algebraic way of doing this. Okay, for this you'll get a plus h equal to 2. 2a plus k is equal to 5 minus 2a plus k is equal to 70. When I add these two, minus 2a plus 2 will cancel. 2k equal to 22, k equal to 11. When I subtract these two, 4a equal to minus 12 and a equal to minus 3. And when you put a minus 3 here, h will come 5. You can see we are getting this answer. K is 11. A is minus 3, so 4a is minus 12, and h is 5. When I reverse it, this is 2 comma 17, this is 2 comma 5. I'm sure you would have got 17 here, 5 here. This will be same, but this will come plus 12, this will come plus 3. When it would be here, you'll get minus 1. Then you would have got the first one. So you can do by formulas or you can do it from the figure. Is it okay? All of you are able to follow? One is by the figure method, one is.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, one more question of this type. Focus is 9, 4. One end of lattice rectum is 14, 4. No. 19, 4. Focus is 9, 4. One end of lattice rectum is 19, 4. Okay, try to find equation of parabola. Try to draw the figure.
Sir, x minus 4 whole square.
X minus 4 whole square equal to 20 into y minus 1.
Any other answer? Two answers should be there here also.
Sir, it should be x minus 9 whole square.
This is focus, not vertex. You have to find vertex. Draw the figure, mark it.
Sir, another equation is x minus 14 whole square equal to 20 into x minus y minus 2.
Is it 20 or minus 20?
Minus 20.
Yeah. So we have an upward parabola and a downward parabola. Two are possible. This is their what you call focal lattice rectum. What is this point? 9, 4. This is 10 units. This is 10 units. Okay, this is 10 units, 10 units, 5 units, 5 units. This point is 9, 4. If you go find it up, why will x coordinate will change? It is not 14. I think it is 9, 9. This point. This point is 9, minus 1. Yeah, x coordinate is 9 only.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. 19, 4, and this is minus 1, 4. You don't need this point, but this, okay. So your vertices, that's a figure is very important, and see whether from focus to vertex, y coordinate is changing or x coordinate is changing. Right? Yeah, so it is 9 only, sorry what you're saying. So what is the upward parabola? With vertex 9, minus 1 and length of lattice rectum is 20. So x minus 9 whole square equal to 20 into y plus 1. The downward parabola is 9, 9. So x minus 9 whole square is minus 20 into y plus 1. Sorry, y minus 9. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, let me give one more question and then we'll go further. Okay, 2, 5 and 14, 21. Okay. They are ends of lattice rectum. Okay. I want to find parabola equation. Basically, I want you to find focus and directrix. This is 2, 5. This is 14, 21. So focus is easy. 8, 30. This is root over 6. This is 10 units. This is 10 units. So this should be 5 and 5 for the vertex. You take directrix, I think it will be another 5 and 5. One directrix will be here, another directrix will be here. So here, instead of finding vertex, because it rotated one, because it will not be in the form of y minus k whole square equal to 4 into x minus j or something. Better to find focus and directrix and use SP equal to PM, that form. Okay, how to find these 2 points? Normally in a parabola, this is A, this length will be 2A, this length will be 2A. If you take lattice rectum, between vertex and focus A, this will be 2A, this will be 2A, directrix will be here, that is also A, this is 2A. So this distance and this distance will be same, that is half of the lattice rectum and this. Anybody found these 2 points, sir?
So directly we can find line of.
Directly you want to find the line. Achha, that's also okay. Yeah, parallel to this at a distance 10 units this side and this side. Yeah.
Yes, I like that.
What is the given line equation? That is the lattice rectum.
4x minus 3y plus 7 equal to 0.
Okay, 4x minus 3y plus 7 equal to 0. Okay. Now parallel to that at a distance of 10 units. Okay. What are these 2 lines? Anybody want to tell?
Sir. So y equals to 4 by 3x plus y equals to 4 by 3x plus 10, sir. And another thing is plus 19. And y equals 4 by 3x minus 43.
Okay, why are you writing in the form of y equal to mx plus c? The reason?
So no, sir, I knew the slope of the line. So I took it as
Okay,
y
use the
equals
slope of
mx
the.
plus.
Okay, you took the y equal to mx plus c and you know m, and you wanted to find c, and then applied the distance between parallel lines formula.
Maybe.
Okay, you can even take 4x minus 3y plus k equal to 0. And the distance between them is mod c1 minus c2 by root a square plus b square. Mod k minus 7 by 5 should be 10. Simply add 50, subtract 50 to this constant you will get.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so one of them is 4x minus 3y minus, plus 57 equal to 0. Another one is 4x minus 3y, subtract 50 minus 43 equal to 0. Yeah, parallel to this, let it be 4x minus 3y plus k equal to 0 is a directrix. The distance between this and this should be same as 2a only. Okay. So this is the distance between two parallel lines formula. K minus 7 by root 4 square plus 3 square equated to 10. And you take plus or minus, you get 2 answers. Okay, now you know focus and you know directrix, you can find the, you don't have to simplify it, just write the answer. This is a focus, this is a directrix. So x minus 8 whole square plus y minus 13 whole square equal to 4x minus 3y minus 43 by root 4 square plus 3 square whole square. Other will be x minus 8 whole square plus y minus 13 whole square equal to 4x minus 3y plus 57 by root 4 square plus 3 square whole square. You don't have to simplify 57 square and 43 square, but just to get an idea.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, how we got the equations of directrix? Can you explain again?
This is a lattice rectum. Lattice rectum and directrix are always parallel, and the distance will be 2a. I know 4a, this is 10, this is 10. 2a is 10, 2a is 10, and that is 20. And because 4a is 20, 2a is 10, from here to here also distance should be 10 units only. So any line parallel to 4x minus 3, first of all, you know 2 points on the lattice rectum, so I found the lattice rectum equation directly. Anything parallel to that will be in the form of 4x minus 3y plus k equal to 0. How did we get k? Distance between this line and this line, okay, is mod c1 minus c2 by root a square plus b square, which is mod k minus 7 by root 4 square plus 3 square. That should be 10 units. From that, I got the 2 k values. I kept it here. Is it okay? Focus is very easy. Find distance between these two. Length of lattice rectum is easy, but here length of lattice rectum directly not useful. I have to find the directrix. Okay. Some people might have found other method. What is it?
Sir, you told at the time y-axis and x-axis as the.
Yeah, but here it is not so comfortable. That is useful when you know tangent at vertex. If you know equation of tangent at vertex and you know axis, then and you know lattice rectum, it is useful.
Sir, here finding the equation of the axis is as difficult as finding the equation of this another directrix.
But yeah, correct. But I'm saying whatever we already discussed, that method is more easy than really finding the tangent equation and the axis equation and then using that method. Is it okay? Yeah. Here it is more easy because just directrix we have to find. It doesn't. It has not taken much time for us. Okay. That is useful in a specific question where tangent at vertex and x are given almost directly in the question. Kind of. We'll see that later. Okay. So some people might have not fully found comfortable with one or two things. That is because all these formulas they might have forgotten. All right. Okay. So that's why I did not go too far. So tomorrow in my class, first I will discuss circles, advanced material, any doubts that are left. After that, whatever time is left, I'll continue with the parabola. But I request to take some time off, just see in the parabola textbook, what is the definition, how the basic formulas are derived, look at our recent mains material, okay, the beginning theory, be comfortable with the 4 cases of horizontal towards right and left and up and down. And I'll send this past year MSET questions, which are very, very simple questions will be there in the beginning, which will help you to get reminded of those formulas. All right. Okay, thank you. You can leave the class. I'm also leaving. And